Well, good evening, and welcome back to Hodgepodge with me, Henry Louise Carter. Glad you're here, and we're going to jump right into it, not waste any time. I've got a special guest that I'd like for you to meet. Guest, would you introduce yourself?
Hello, Miss Henry Louise. Hello, everyone out there. My name is Melech Jackson.
Good to meet you. The last name Jackson, it evokes curiosity. Can you tell us about yourself?
Gladly. I'm a singer. I enjoy movies. I especially enjoy reading and studying. Sometimes I just sit and I write poetry. You know, I love it. I love the fun things in life.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. It sounds like you're a well-rounded, well-read person. Can you speak a little bit about music to us?
Gladly. I love music. Music has always been one of the greatest passions of mine. I think it's wonderful. I think music gives a person an opportunity to release their stress and to escape somewhere where the air is calm, somewhere it's just cool, collective, something like that. The songwriting process isn't that easy, but when you do music, it definitely provides an open outlet for the person to just express how they feel.
Well, I appreciate that outlook. That is very interesting to have it put that way. I'm very interested in your last name, Jackson. Are you a Jackson relative?
You could say that.
Okay. And so, being a Jackson relative, you have been there when some great things have happened in the Jackson family. Are you that close?
Absolutely. For example, I can give you a great story.
Well, please share.
About a little boy and his brothers that were ecstatic to get into Motown.
Well, tell us.
I was there at the moment when Michael and his brothers were accepted in the Motown. It was very wonderful and very great. And at the moment when that happened, Barry Gordy made it sound like they're not going to be signed. And in reality, this one little boy says, I knew you were going to sign us, but you just can't say it right now because you don't want other people to feel bad or get jealous, but we made him into Motown. It's wonderful. And that little boy was so happy. The feeling that went through his mind, the feeling that went through his body, the feeling that went through his heart, his spirit, it very lifted.
And so you have spoken with the little boy. We can gather that we're talking about Michael Jackson, and we're talking about his brothers and them becoming the Jackson 5. And
Yes.
And so you were there when this happened, or this was related to you at another time?
You could almost say it's almost like I lived it.
Okay, so you're very close. Tell us more about you. I mean, your voice is distinctive, very distinctive. Some people will listen and they'll say, it sounds familiar. Do you sing?
Of course.
Is there any chance that we can get you to sing for us?
Unfortunately, my voice is really, I'm trying to save my voice right now for a very special project. But when I get my voice singing back better, I'll sing for you all.
Well, gee, we're going to be looking forward to that. Okay, then my next question is, do you dance?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's great. So, can you dance like the Jacksons or like Michael?
I've been told that when I dance, it's like watching Michael Jackson.
Oh, so that's very interesting. So, gosh, we think and we listen to what you say, and like Mike, the thing that comes to mind is, are you a tribute artist?
I'm more than a tribute artist. I like to think that I'm almost like his representative.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. You know that I, and along with most of my listeners, believe that Michael is alive. What do you think?
Of course. Well, sometimes when you look at a person's eyes, you can tell. And you tell me, when you look at Michael's eyes, Miss Anna Louise, what do you think?
Well, it's been written by me everywhere in every post where you can see Michael's eyes, and I always say that his eyes show his heart and his soul. That is my comment. That is my go-to comment about his eyes.
It wasn't Michael that once said he just wished there was a way that he could get away, or suppose it disappear and no one could see him anymore?
Yes, and he also said that he felt like he was in danger and his life was being threatened. He also said that. So
my response to your question is really, if Michael was that deathly ill, I don't think he'd be able to dance. Matter of fact, just 3 nights before the 25th of June, he was dancing on stage, rehearsing This Is It. He was in perfect health, and he never once complained.
Oh, I believe that. I've seen This Is It, like most of us have, and have seen him at times almost seem like he was struggling, though. And I don't know if that was contrived or what that was, but there was a definite struggle from time to time.
Can
you speak to that? Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
Of course.
So, how much do you know about This Is It? The purpose, the intent of it?
All of it.
So, are you...
I know all of it.
So, are you saying that you were there?
Of course.
Okay. There is, in one scene in This Is It, the scene where he does the black and white cut from the film Gilda, where Gilda is going to fake her death. Over in a chair, there's someone that looks just like him. And so, okay, so at that point, we're wondering, who was the body double?
That was one of his friends, I believe, and it was the casino owner, because he owed a lot of money to a bunch of gangsters, and he couldn't pay it. So he flew a plane, and before the plane crashed, he jumped out of it. He got to a boat. He met someone there. He took the boat, and he said he'd come back when things are clear.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And so now, are you, because you have the last name Jackson, and you say you have an affiliation, an association, or a kinship to the Jacksons, what do you think is Michael's plan and purpose going forward in 2021? Do you have any idea? Do you know what he's thinking, what he's planning? And if so, would that mean that you are in touch with him?
I could say this. Michael's like my twin.
Okay, so you look like Michael.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, is it safe to say that I'm gathering that you're in touch with Michael?
I'm more than that. But still ask me what his plan is. So I'm going to tell you something. Due to COVID and this whole pandemic, this coronavirus, which will soon be over, but for now, things are slowed down a little bit. But his plan is to focus on healing the world one day at a time. He always had a dream to open a children's foundation. He did that. But before he died, or before he got away, in my opinion, he wanted to open a children's foundation hospital. He spoke about that, and he's still doing that. It's in the process. Right now, what I could say is my twin I'm very close to completing it.
Well, you know, that is compelling. That's the word that comes to my mind. It's compelling what you have said, and it begs the question. I mean, how do you know? How do you know these things? is he around? Is Michael around? Is he watching his fans?
He sees his fans all the time. He loves them very much. And he's always there for them no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi. He's there for you. He'll always be there for his fans. His fans' number one support. And I suppose next thing you're going to say is there's only one person that would know that in much detail about Michael.
That's right. That's exactly what I would say, and I think anybody listening would be asking themselves that question as well. How do you know that?
I'm gonna say one thing. There was a poem Michael wrote. And I believe it went like this. Behind the mask, there is only me, a blissful true identity. What is normal? Is it a bird? Is it a silent voice that cannot be heard? That's a snippet of a poem that he did, i.e.
Well, you know,
more better to say that I did it. Then it was almost like a little clue. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, you know, this is a good place because we're out of time. But I feel like this could be explored further. I don't know what your plans are, or if you can come back, or if you're willing.
Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing before this thing ends?
Of course.
I love you all. Truly I do. Remember, you're always in my heart.
Wow. Okay, well, we've been speaking with Melech Dean Jackson. You draw your own conclusions, and perhaps I'd like to call him Dean by his middle name. Maybe Dean can come back another time, and because I think we just scratched the surface of something important here. And so, if time permits, perhaps you'd come back?
Of course. It's always a pleasure to talk to fans.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, this is going to end this session of Hodgepodge. So I'll be back soon. I want to thank my guest for being here with me. And I just want to tell you, take care, be safe, and much love from my heart to yours.